Today in the news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has faulted allegations that it lied over the status of the Port Harcourt refinery. NNPC Limited earlier this week announced that the refinery has resumed operations, a report that was described as false in a trending video by one Timothy Ngbere. Now, the corporation, through its spokesperson Olufemi Shoneye, says Mr. Ngbere succeeded in exhibiting how ignorant he is in the workings of a refinery. While the debate lingers, citizens will be looking forward to how the return of the refinery will affect the economy, particularly the pump price of petrol. Change of name will no longer be a requirement for married female corps members seeking redeployment. NYSC's Director Corps Mobilization, Abubakar Mohammed, issued the directive to directors in charge of the 36 states and the federal capital. The directive explains that changing a maiden name to that of a spouse is no longer compulsory for married corps members who wish to request for redeployment on the grounds that they are married. In the next 12 months, persons under the age of 16 will not be allowed access to social media in Australia. Australian Parliament passed a law on Thursday, putting tech companies on notice to tighten security before the cut-off date. This is the first of such law by any country and is in connection with what officials see as a clear causal link between the rise of social media and the harm to the mental health of young Australians. Concerns which Amnesty International agrees with have been raised that the legislation could drive teenagers to unsafe spaces like the dark web or lead to increased isolation. Meanwhile, a Finnish district court has fixed May 2025 for the prosecution to file charges against Simon Ekpa. The pro-Biafra agitator was arrested by law enforcement in the northern European nation. He was subsequently sent to prison by the district court of Paidadham for spreading terrorist propaganda on social media. Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, also hinted that his arrest will help in extraditing him to the country. Did you know the French president is fluent in Pidgin English? Get the gist here. President Bola Tinubu and President Emmanuel Macron exchanged light-hearted greetings on social media on Thursday, with both leaders communicating in Pidgin English. President Tinubu arrived in France on Wednesday evening for a state visit. After a meeting on Thursday, President Macron reminisced about his days at the French embassy in Nigeria as an intern. Writing on X in Nigerian Pidgin, the French president gushed over President Tinubu's visit. Quote, "Na big honor for France, dear President Bola Tinubu at official ABAD, to welcome you for this state visit as one big partner and friend of today and tomorrow. It still dey sweet me well as I remember say I be young intern for French embassy for Nigeria at that time." This sounds good to the ears, doesn't it? And in sports, Real Madrid coach Carlos Ancelotti believes his French striker Kylian Mbappe needs love and support after yet another goalless performance for his Spanish club in the UEFA Champions League. Former PSG player Mbappe had hoped his move to Real Madrid would finally earn his way to win the Champions League, but it felt a long way off after a 2-0 defeat to Liverpool left the defending champions in danger of being eliminated from the European Club Tournament at the first stage. If Madrid do make an early exit, Mbappe may look back on a miserable night at Anfield, where he was humbled by a young defender and then missed a penalty that would have leveled the score at a point. What a season for Mbappe. And that's it on Today in the News. I am Abosede Adenima Deremi.